Hello everyone, this is Reverend Naoya of Los Angeles Gedatsu Church. In this video, I would like to talk about an experience I had in 2010 when I worked at the Gedatsu headquarters in Japan. I was 25 years old at that time and I joined a tour with the Federation of New Religious Organization of Japan on behalf of Gedatsu youth. The destination of our tour was Yakushima, a small island around 40 miles south of Kagoshima Prefecture in Kyushu. Yakushima is about the size of LA County with a population of about 10,000. Most of the island is mountainous and subtropical. Because of plentiful rainfall, it is a lush and beautiful natural environment. It is designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Because of its remoteness and beauty, Yakushima is considered a very spiritual place where nature remains untouched and wild. We visited there to feel the natural environment around us and pay our respects to and worship nature. That was the purpose of our tour. On the first day of our tour, we rode on a small propeller plane to the small Yakushima airport. After visiting an Ujigami shrine of Yakushima near the airport, we went to a famous beach where sea turtles lay eggs. This is a shell from one of the eggs, and this is a photo of our tour leader when he tried to understand the feeling of sea turtles. We also visited the sites to see a beautiful seascape and waterfall. On the second day, we experienced the main part of the tour, which is a mountain climbing. We climbed a mountain called Tachu-dake or Tachu Mountain. Near the entrance of the mountain path, we saw a cedar tree called Kigen Sugi, which literally means common Era Cedar, because the tree is about 3,000 years old. This year marks 2,681 years since Japan was established, so this tree has a longer history than Japan itself. From this point, the mountain path became steep. There were no bathrooms, but there was a kind of an outhouse with only a toilet seat. We could only use our own portable toilet bag to pee or poop. I don't have a photo, but there was an outhouse which had only one length of rope on which you were to wipe your behind. This meant that we were supposed to share this one rope as a common bath towel. Anyway, this mountain climb took about 3 hours each way. The path is not paved. It could be very dangerous for beginners without a guide. After 3 hours walking, we arrived here at the top of the mountain. There I could see this huge rock called Tenchu-seki, literally meaning heaven pillar rock. The elevation of the mountain was about 1 mile. The stone is taller than 150 feet. Miraculously, this rock stands erect as if it were reaching to the heaven. That's why it's called Heaven Pillar Rock. A small shrine stands next to the rock. The ancient people who had resided in Yakushima must have worshipped this rock. On the way down the mountain, we took a different route from the path we took on the way up. There we found Bong Ashishi or 3-foot cedar and Bong Yarisugi or 3 spears cedar. 3-foot cedar is so named because the tree is separated into 3 at its base. I was told that this happened when the seed of the tree was implanted on the fallen tree. The new tree grew on the parent fallen tree and rooted in the ground. Later, somehow, maybe due to heavy rain, the fallen tree was carried away, leaving the unusually formed tree. 3 spears cedar happened after a big tree had fallen and 3 new seedlings were implanted on it. Each tree has grown tall on the fallen tree. The next day, we visited a few more famous spots in Yakushima and our tour was finished. I learned a lot from this tour. First, Heaven Pillar Rock. I know it is hard to tell through a photo, but it is so mysterious why such a huge rock stands tall and erect on the top of the mountain. I'm sure this is a result of geological movement and erosion. However, I prefer to think that a god has placed a giant boulder on the top of a mountain, allowing us to experience the greatness of nature. Second, many types of cedar trees. The 3 spears cedar that grew upon its parent fallen tree shows me that when it died, the parent tree not only nurtured the seeds or descendants, but it also supported the seeds by becoming their base. In that way, the new seedlings were also protected from other invasive plants such as weeds and bamboo, enabling them to grow strong. Also, in the wintertime, they can emerge from snow faster than those on the ground. All these factors help the young tree to grow well and faster. This is an instructive lesson for parents like me on raising kids. With the Kigensugi or common Era Cedar, you can see many plants and weeds growing on the tree, more than a dozen kinds of plants. Also, I don't have a photo, but there were trees which at some point in their lives fell against other trees. Surprisingly, these 2 trees merged and grew into one very tall tree. These trees, which live wild in the great unspoiled natural world, are unable to move from where they are implanted and take root. However, they naturally grow tall and confidently without complaining about their circumstances. Moreover, when 2 trees grow and strike each other, instead of fighting, they grow together. There are many things we can learn from them. Gedatsu teaches that we are allowed to live by nature or the law of the universe. We are aware of this intellectually, but do we really understand how hard, harsh, and severe it is to survive in nature? This tour became a good opportunity for me to think deeply about such things. About a month ago, all the electricity was cut off in my area for about 2 hours. I had experienced an electrical outage before, but it was during the day and lasted for less than 30 minutes, so I didn't even feel any inconvenience. This time, however, it was at night and lasted a couple of hours. I felt that we are powerless because we were without electricity. In February 2021, when extreme cold hit Texas, many people were without electricity and water for a long time. I believe that was a result of global climate change, and we will experience more extreme weather in the future. As I said, we are powerless against the greatness of nature. That's why we, as Gedatsu members, should learn the Gedatsu teaching, practice it, appreciate the blessings of nature, and prepare for any future events so that we can get through them positively. I'd like to conclude this video by sincerely praying for your happiness and health. Thank you very much.